Hi, I'm Margaret. This is hydraulics drafting. And in this class, we're going to learn how to draw schematics like you see here for hydraulics and for pneumatics. And what you see here is a hydraulic schematic. That means it runs with oil. Here are two hydraulic cylinders with lines connecting them to this thing. This is a valve, a directional control valve. And this is how you send oil into the bottom of the cylinder or into the top of the cylinder to make it go back and forth. There is a pressure relief valve here. These are driven by a pump, which is powered by an electric motor, and the pump has a filter on it. And all of these lines drain back to a tank. That's this symbol down here. There's only one tank in the system, but we see three symbols because each of these three lines go there. All right, let's look through our Moodle page now. You probably know by now that there's a course index over here on the left, which you can close with this X or open with this tab. And over here on the right, here's a tab. There's this thing called a block drawer with blocks in it. So here's some information, how to find the help desk, how to find other information about Zoom, and so, there's a calendar, so on and so forth. And we can close that too if we want to. All right, let's zoom down through our page here. Let's first look at the syllabus super quickly. I just wanted to note that it says required text. As you know from my other classes, it's not really required. You don't need a text for this class. And not only that, but this edition of the textbook put their fluid power chapter, their hydraulics chapter, on their companion website rather than in the printed book. So what I did was I downloaded that fluid power chapter. It's a PDF. And I put it for you for free on the Google Shared Drive, which I'm going to show you in a minute. All right. You will do a couple of drawings later in the term, so you want some way to back up your drawings, save an extra copy, and some kind of simple calculator. We're just going to do basic arithmetic the first couple of weeks, so it doesn't have to be fancy. Then, what else have we got? I just wanted to point out how things are graded. So there are quizzes and those two drawings. And one of the quizzes is a so-called exam, but it's really just a quiz. Everything is open book. So you can use PowerPoints or videos or notes or your PDF or whatever you want. Totally open book. You can take as much time as you want. You can do your quizzes over again. If you got something wrong, go back and do it again. You can do that multiple times. And there are no due dates. As long as you get everything done by Monday of finals week, we're good. All except for this one thing, this introduction forum, which you have to do the first week of the term. I'll show you that in a minute too. All right, let's now look at the schedule, which I put on an Excel spreadsheet. And this is only a one credit class, so we're just going to have one topic per week. Week 1 is principles, week 2 is principles, da-da-da-da-da. And you'll see most of it is hydraulics, stuff driven by oil, and then the last 3 weeks we'll look at pneumatics, stuff driven by air. And those are both examples of fluid power. In these first 2 weeks where we're looking at principles of fluid power, I admit that there is some basic arithmetic in here, but do not fear. If you are allergic to math, that's not a problem. In the PowerPoints for these 2 weeks, I step you through step by step how to solve each of these problems. So, what do I want to say? I was going to say, it's like I give it to you. But you can always reach out and ask me questions if you want to. And these quizzes, you can do them over and over again, so we're all good. And anyway, it's only a 1-credit class, remember? So here's this introduction form. That's the one thing that does have a due date. You do have to do that. Here it is. I'm going to click on that. You do have to do that by Sunday of this week. So it just says, go to the forum and write something. And for extra credit, you can write something back to somebody else. This is so that we know that you're really taking the class and you didn't just accidentally register. All right. So now, we're in this forum. How do we get back? I'm going to go over here to this index thingy on the left. And here's where it says welcome. Oh, that's the start of the class. I'll just click that. And bingo, there we are back where we started. Here is a title block. Use this title block later in the term when you do your 2 schematic drawings. Okay, now let's go down to week 1. Notice how, as I'm scrolling, this index is highlighting where we are sitting. So right now we're sitting on week 1. There we go. Here's week 1. And the first thing we're going to do is look at some principles. Okay. And this symbol, by the way, is a Moodle page. And on this page, here is a thing that says slides. These are PowerPoint slides. And then here is a video that looks at those slides. So I encourage you to download these PowerPoint slides and save them to your computer so that you have them. But there's more. Let's see, let me go back to the welcome thing. Because I have these slides for you also on a Google Shared Drive. And here is a document that explains how to get to the shared drive in case you haven't done it before or you've forgotten. I'm going to open the Google Shared Drive. It looks like this, and we have all of our drafting courses here at LCC on this shared drive. All the assignments and PowerPoints and links to videos are all here for every class. You are welcome to help yourself to all of this, not just the class you're in, but you're welcome to help yourself to all of these. Let's click on this hydraulics drafting. That's the class we're talking about. And here are the syllabus and the syllabus schedule. And here is that chapter I was telling you about. Madsen, he says 5th edition. He didn't have a new version in his 6th edition, so fine. Here's the fluid power chapter. It's a PDF. If you want it, feel free to download it. You do not need this chapter to do any of the quizzes or drawings. It's just, you know, nice to have sort of thing. So there's that. And then when I'm going to go over here now and click the down arrow. Here are the assignments. So the quizzes and the drawings. And then here in the lectures folder, I'll click that. Here are PowerPoints. This is where you can download PowerPoints. Here are Word documents that tell you, that give you video links to the videos that explain these things. So this is all here available for you. And now let's go back to our Moodle class. I predict that this will be a low impact term in this class. 1 credit, some simple quizzes, should be good. But stay in touch. If you need anything, just let me know, and have a good term. See you soon.